Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to another episode of my live podcast. It's Monday Night Live. It's Monday, the 22nd of April, 9 p.m. French time. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, we're back for another episode. Here we go. There's a bunch of people in there. There's Carla's saying hello. Xavier Thibault is saying hello. Anton is in there. Linda is in there. Bleu Marin. Yeah, well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I'm opening a beer straight away. Listen, I got this. It's a non-alcoholic beer from somewhere. I presume it's German because it says alcoholfrei. I don't know if it's German or not, but I want to get it open. I don't even know how to open this because I've got a couple of things to celebrate today. Number one, and most importantly, the kids are back at school. Woo! Oh my God, 2 weeks of holidays. I don't know how you do it, parents. Shout out to the parents in the chat if there's anyone who's a parent of a child in France, specifically, because I don't know how France operates as a country. Shit, too much beer. With the amount of non-time that French kids are at school, it is outrageous. I can't. Who's a parent? Who is a parent in France? And how do you operate? How do you work? How do you fucking work? The kids are never at school. There's no Wednesdays, for a start. So kids are not at school on Wednesdays in France. That's a thing, apparently. I think in Paris they might be there Wednesday morning or something ridiculous. Anyway, not only that, they've got holidays like all the time. And the teacher this morning at my daughter's school had the cheek to say, it's going to be tough now. Got 11 weeks until the end of year, basically, until the summer holidays. Like, fuck you. You don't have 11 weeks, because guess what? Guess what's happening next week? Next week, bank holiday. Is it? Where? La Fête du Travail, the 1st of May. Oh, guess what? No fucking school, so that's not a full school week. The week after that is a long fucking weekend. It's the Ascension, l'Ascension, plus the 8th of May, which is the thing. So there's no school for 3 of the 5 days next week. What are you talking about? You've got 11 weeks. Fucking, I don't understand it. Like every 6 weeks, 3 weeks ago, it was Easter Monday, so it wasn't a full week. And they had some strikes, so it ended up being like basically not a full week anyway the week before that. And then fucking 4 weeks before that, it was the other school holidays. I don't understand how you do it, people. Bleu Marin, grandparents help a lot. Bleu Marin, what if you do not have grandparents? How do you fucking deal with it? I don't understand how you keep working. My wife and I, we both work from home. We can't work from home for 2 weeks. The past 2 weeks, we've just been trying to survive with a child at home. It drives me fucking mental. Pago doesn't love his kids. I do, but not when I need to work. Pokraj says, LMA, laughing my ass off. Wait till Paul hears about my Indian school life where I begged for holidays, but I like going to school anyway. Half day at Saturday if it was Catholic. I used to go to school on Saturday mornings, I think. In one of my schools, I went to school on Saturday morning, but it was like Monday to Friday. I think maybe what it is that the French schools, the school hours are longer than the UK hours. Maybe. So that's why they have Wednesday off. I don't understand how you live your life as an adult human being with a fucking job if you have children. I don't understand. Alex is shouting out that I went to my hairdresser since last week. Thank you for noticing. If you're just listening to the podcast, then you don't care. You can't see me. But I've been to the hairdresser. Shout out to the 300 of you that just listened to this podcast. I met one of them last week. One of the listeners last week at the Paris 2024 Olympic 100 Days event. She works for Paris 2024 and she's like, I listen to your podcast every week. I'm like, you're a listener. Here we go. So shout out to her. Kids' schools... French school hours are longer. Children don't have paid holidays. Oh my God. Yeah, so anyway, I can't deal with it. Anyway, Lacey, also, Lacey says, bonsoir. Pour une fois que j'arrive à voir le live. Je suis très contente. Well, welcome to the show, Lacey. Lacey Sa. I can't deal with it. So anyway, also, I don't know any of the names of the years. In America, in the UK, it's just, you just count the years. It's grade or year. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You spend 13 years at school, there's year 1 to 13. Fucking, that's the system. Here, it's all sorts of acronyms, all sorts of stuff that you don't understand. Right now, it's moyenne section, the middle section. It's middle sector. Hi, I'm 4 years old. I'm at the middle sector. The middle sector of école maternelle, of pre-primary school. So she's in the middle sector of pre-primary school, and then it goes to like CP? Is it CP or is it CM? I don't know. Cours préparatoire. Then it's like, yeah, that's what it is. It's CP, and then CE1, CE2, and then it starts counting down at some point from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, terminal. And then you're dead because you've got a terminal illness. I don't understand the French school system. And because I've got a French daughter, I hate it because I can't work and I've got stuff to do. So anyway, AW, have you seen the UK program with the family that has like 20 kids? AW, I have not, but I have seen the French version of this program called Famille Nombreuse, and it follows a bunch of families with the equivalent. Some of them have got 10 kids, some of them have got 12, and it's just, God bless those people. No, actually, fuck those people. They're an environmental hazard, those people. We're trying to save the environment. Stop having kids. You're an environmental disaster. Stop putting your penis in a vagina. Let's go. 12 kids. What are you... I wouldn't mind if it was... like, I don't know, somebody worked at NASA having 12 kids. Because you go, there's a bit up there. There's like a gene of intelligence that is in there that's passing down the genes. But often, more times than not, it's not. You watch this reality TV show, you're like, oh my God, we are overpopulating the earth with fucking idiots. And apparently there's a book. I think there's a book. It might be a French book. I can't remember. Or a French author. Somebody who talked about in like 200 years, humans will be stupid. Right, Misha Luna is arguing with me, saying it's easy, Paul. Sip it, CE1, CE2, CM1, CE2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, terminal. Oh my God. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I'm celebrating because the little one's back at school. And I can finally do some work. And speaking of work, exciting news just for me, basically, this week. I found out today that in theory, hopefully, I should be opening for Dave Chappelle tomorrow on stage. Dave Chappelle, the American comedian, who is coming through Paris, and I might, if everything goes well, be opening for him tomorrow. So I'm kind of shitting myself. And excited at the same time. So it's going to be fun. I was going to the show anyway, and they're like, "Do you want to open?" Huh? Okay, I guess so. Woo! No stress, no pas de pression, no pressure is what I was looking for. Red Becky, we're not overpopulating. Don't believe the hype. I've got a theory. I agree with you, Red. Here's my theory. And this will turn into a very funny joke on stage at some point. But I had the thought the other day that I have an Irish passport, I have a British passport, as does anyone who is a binational, trinational, quad national, however many nationalities you have, right? You have 2 passports, which means for Ireland, I'm a statistic. I'm one person. For the UK, I'm also one person. But I can't be 2 people. So their statistics are off by one person because they're not going, oh, that person is a dual, therefore. So if Ireland, the population of Ireland is what? 5? How? Hey Siri, what's the population of Ireland?
In 2022, the population of Republic of Ireland was 5,123,536.
536. It's actually 535 because I'm not one. I count for two people in the UK and Ireland, but I'm only one human. So imagine if you've got three nationalities, then you count for France, Ireland, and the UK if I had a French passport. But in reality, you're only one human. So maybe all of these statistics, they're just missing out all of the double nationality. Imagine how many Americans have got Irish passports, right? And how many British people have got Irish passports. It's crazy. So maybe the population of Ireland is actually 23, and the other 5 million are dual nationals. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. I don't know. Ball Penguin, dude, I'm going to Paris in a month. How am I missing you and Chappelle? I tell you what, you won't miss me. If you're in Paris next month on the 29th of May, then you can come and see Paul Taylor and Friends. We haven't announced the show yet. The tickets are not on sale yet. They will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. So when I get off stage tomorrow, I can be like, yo, I've got a new show. Because this week's show is sold out. I've got a show on Sunday, the 28th. Shout out if you're coming to the show. Paul Taylor and Friends. And I'm doing one a month. So the next one is on May 29th. Tickets not available, but they will be tomorrow, I think at 5 p.m. You heard it here first. Do you know what I mean? Bonjour Paul, es-tu sûr que ta bière est sans alcool? The Paris pint downer. Jesus, mate. I mean, first of all, your name on YouTube is amazing. Do you have a YouTube channel? If so, I'm going to go check it out. Hold on. The Paris Pint Downer. The Paris Pint Downer. That would be... no, apparently you don't. Or when I type your name in, your channel doesn't come up first. In fact, my mate Jay Swanson has come up in the list of things. I do. I didn't check, actually. Yeah, it's 0.5%. I've already had 20 of them, though, so... I'm just excited, ladies and gentlemen. Just excited. But you're only counted in the country where you reside and not with how many passports you hold. No, I don't know. Because how do they know where you reside? I don't. That's the other. I mean, maybe that's the case. I don't know. That is a good question. Anyone work for population control? That's not even. That's not even a department of bureau whatever. So yeah, maybe I don't know. I like your ideas though. How's your jogging? Thanks for asking. Marathon update. It's not going well. My foot is not fully recovered. Last week I managed to go out for a couple of runs, all of which, in fact, no, I went out for 3 runs last week on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday I went out just to see what was, I think it was like a 20-minute run, taking it easy, a recovery run, recovery pace, yeah, and that went well. And then the next day, I decided to try and do a speed run, which is like intervals, so going quickly and then stopping, going quickly and then slowing down. It helps build muscles and it gets you fit, and I couldn't do it all. I had to stop about halfway through. My foot was giving me some pain. And then the next day, I was supposed to run a 10K with my manager, Adam, who fucking slept in. So I went out on my own, Bois de Vincennes, and I only completed 5K. I tried to do it at the pace that I wanted to run the race, because I've got a 10K race this Sunday. I couldn't do it. So my goal for this Sunday, the 10K, is just to finish it. That's my goal, and I'm going to go out for a run tomorrow, very slow, just see how it goes. I need to chill out, because it's been, how long has it been now? It's been a week, and it's been 10 days that I did something to my leg. So I need to, if it keeps on, I need to just chill out for a bit. So thanks for asking. But I'm excited to get back to I found the new passion, and it's running, and I'm gutted. I hate just being sat at home all day. So today, that's why I've got a nice fancy non-alcoholic beer. I rode my bike because, if they say if you're training for a marathon and you can't run because you've got an injury, do another sport that uses some muscles. So I went biking. It's an electric bike, but I turned the electric assistance right down to fuck all. and cycled down a hill to the shop, and then cycled up, basically, to get to a shop that has decent beers, decent non-alcoholic beers. So this is the first one of the test. It is, I don't even know what it was called. What's it called? By the way, if you know a non-alcoholic brand of drinks that wants to sponsor this podcast, let me know, because we're looking for one. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. Suffers? Summer Ale? I don't know. It's got cool packaging though, and a cool top that you have to like rip off. And apparently, 5 times world's best beer, London World Beer Awards. Gold. Oh, there you go. I mean, it's not my favourite non-alcoholic beer. I wouldn't give it gold, but it's pretty good. It's much better than most of the other crap. Maybe you should swim to build your muscles up. Red Becky. All right, this is rant number 2 about France. I fucking hate French swimming pools. What is it with France and swimming pools? I know I'm going off on one, but it's on brand, is it not? A swimming pool. Here's how it works in most other places that I've lived in a swimming pool. And I've lived in 7 countries, okay? In every of the other countries, it's like, is there a swimming pool that I can go swim in? Yes, fantastic. I'll bring my swimming shorts and I will go for a swim. That is the end of the experience, and it's great. In France, in swimming pools, not in like leisure centres, but in a swimming pool, you have to wear one of those fucking Speedo ball, what are they called? Budgie smugglers in English. We like to call it a budgie smuggler. You have to wear a hat, like an actual hat, as well. That's like a weird, like, you know what a swimming hat is like. It's the most tight thing you've ever put on your head, and it's like impossible to get on and take off again. And you have to wear those at the local swimming pool. I'm like, I'm not wearing those. I'm not doing it. And my wife says, oh, it's because the swimming pools want to be clean, and if they allow you to wear board shorts to the swimming pool, then in the summer, people will like take the metro to the swimming pool and sit on the metro, which is disgusting, and then get in the swimming pool. I'm like, have you not heard of chlorine? Why is it not an issue why is it not an issue if you go to a Center Parcs, or if you go to any other, like, you know, thing that's water related but not a swimming? I don't know. It drives me nuts. So no, I'm not going to the swimming pool ever. It's not happening. People call it a condom cap, a head condom. Correct. That's exactly what it is. In Japan and Canada, you need a swimming hat. Oui, Paul, c'est une question d'hygiène. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense, because people are pissing in the pool anyway. So, hygiène de quoi? Like if you go to Aqua Boulevard here in Paris, the Aqua Boulevard is like an indoor slide. It's like a Center Parcs, but you don't need the hat and the Speedos. So I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. It's the same rules in Belgium, apparently. All right, good. Mathilde says Center Parcs are famous for having lots of poop water. Yeah, and also the Seine next year. Olympics, not next year, this year, the Olympics. Is it going to be clean or not? They're going to let Olympic champions, Olympic athletes swim in the shit water that is the Seine, but you have to wear a cap in the swimming pool in case the lice get out. The lice will die in the water that's chlorinated. Just use chlorine, mate. Shut up. Maybe I should drink some alcohol. Paul Taylor wearing Tom Daley pants. Oh, mate, can you imagine that? I wouldn't mind if I had a fit body, but I've got a fat beer belly. And also, I don't want people in the local swimming pool being like, mais c'est Paul Taylor, c'est Paul Taylor. It's too embarrassing. I can't do it. It's never happening. And my wife takes the little one to the swimming pool. I'm never doing it. I'm not doing it. It's never happening. Because, yeah. Anyway. The fat non-alcoholic beer belly, Pago points out. Correct. I mean, I've had a beer belly all my life, even when I was 15 when I didn't drink beer. But it's been getting smaller and smaller, considering I've stopped drinking alcohol and now I'm training for a marathon. So it's going all right, mate. I might get the Speedos on by the end of the year. However, here's another misconception about training for a marathon is that you put on weight. That's what happens. You don't lose weight because you're doing exercise. You put on weight because if you're training, you're trying to eat as many carbs as possible so that you carb load and you're able to run the distance and your body can use the glycogen stores in your body, which are fulfilled with carbohydrates. So you eat more, so you put on weight. It's a true thing. So yeah, I've actually gained weight. So yeah, you know. Raquel, Poltelo, speedo à la piscine. Yeah, can't deal with it. So anyway, I hate French schools. I hate French swimming pools. What else do I? What was the other thing that I was talking? There was something else. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I have lost it. What else? What's going on with you guys? How are ya? How are ya? Ethan is pointing out Aqua Boulevard with the 2 death skulls emojis. Yeah, I've never been, but apparently it's horrific. I mean, I've walked through the shopping centre to go to the Decathlon to buy some stuff for my bike, and as I walked through, I looked in. I was like, actually, it looks all right. To be fair, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. During the Olympics, they will swim in the Seine. Maybe, I don't, they're supposed to. Some of the swimming events, I think it's the triathlon, they're supposed to be swimming in the Seine. The last couple of tests, I believe, failed, so who knows? They reckon that it will be happening. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if it does. Linda asks if there's any news from Zimbabwe. You're going to have to remind me what we talked about last week where we talked about Zimbabwe. I've completely forgotten the joke. What did we talk about Zimbabwe last week? My mind has gone blank. I've got no idea what's been going on. Well, Bull Penguin is depressed. It's snowing in Helsinki. It was snowing in the south of France last week. If social media is true, and of course it's true. It's freezing here. It's like 8 degrees. It feels like it's the middle of winter. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, the ads. That was it. We talked about, if you talk about something and your phone's listening to you, that was what it was. Then, you know, when you talk, apparently your phone's listening to you and it gives you adverts of the stuff you're talking about, even though you haven't looked up. No, I did not receive any ads for traveling to Zimbabwe, because that was the thing. It's like, oh, I really want to fly to Zimbabwe. I want to go on an adventure in Zimbabwe. And I said it over and over again. Nothing. All I've had ads for are running shoes, running gear, gels that you eat while you're running, stand-up comedy shows, which is how I found out about the Dave Chappelle show, which is tomorrow. Yeah, nothing else. So, for me, it hasn't worked. The whole theory about that. Unfortunately, I wish it did though, because that'd have been amazing. Brumplum says, I saw the sports minister earlier today. There is no backup plan if the Seine isn't clean enough or there is too much rain. Good work. Well, I'll just have to come and run the marathon with me then, won't they? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're building an aquatic centre, but I think a triathlon, you need... Yeah, obviously, there's no backup plan now, but there will be a backup plan. Come on. Because it's not going to be. Crazy rain in Dubai and China. Yeah, it is everything. Everything is happening. Nah, global warming. Fake news. Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. Pokraj says, I get ads for tech cleaning equipment and instant film cameras. Oh, mate! If you're into filming, maybe you should come and film one of my shows. That is what is happening. The backup plan is going to the Aqua Boulevard. would be amazing. If you don't live in France or in Paris, I don't even know if the Aqua Boulevard has a reputation outside of Paris. Does anyone know outside of Paris what the Aqua Boulevard is? If you do, how? Because maybe it was talked about in pop culture, like a series or a show or a film or something. But if you don't, then just Google it. It's basically a shopping centre on the outskirts of Paris, next to a helipad. I don't know why that's relevant. And it's well known for just being a shithole. I don't know why. I actually, tell me why. I don't know. I've got no idea. No idea what it is. Okay, Red Becky's never heard of it. Great. Twitter made me know about Aqua Boulevard. It was really famous in France in the 1980s. It still looks like it's from the 1980s. That's the problem. That's the problem with France in general. I watched a documentary randomly last week about the Montparnasse Tower. In fact, I think it was Monday last week after I did the live. My wife was watching the TV, and we started watching this documentary. I think it doesn't matter when it was. And it was watching like France and what was happening in the 1960s, 70s, 80s. You just go like, oh yeah, like everything still looks the same a lot. It's got better in the last 10 years, but when I first moved here, everything kind of looked like the fact that there's concrete everywhere, the shopping centres like Les Halles, which has now been renovated. And there's a bunch of ones that have been renovated since, but you just go, oh God, this is horrific. Cap 3000 in Nice just looked like it came out, it just looked horrific. I don't know if it's been updated, but yeah, it apparently was famous in the 80s. I don't think it's got a reputation outside of Paris. Okay, there we go. On m'a toujours dit qu'il y a des racailles du 93 qui y vont. Yeah, that's one of the reasons is that you get these racailles, the little hoodlums, the I don't even know what you call them in English really, but the chavs, the troublemakers. There's another word that I found the other day that I quite enjoyed. I've forgotten what it is though. That the suburban hoodlums come in and that's where they hang out. Yeah, and we were excited because a shopping centre quite close to us has opened like an activity centre where there's like bowling in it, there's laser stuff in it, there's lots of stuff for kids, and I was just like, I can just imagine what the city. It's just going to be full of chavs in there, just being assholes basically. So I think that's part of the reason why people it has a bad reputation. Alexandre B, the official national police shooting range is at Aqua Boulevard. Oh, Jesus. Dark humor, anyone? It never featured in a movie or series. Okay. Xavier, Thibault, I went to the Aqua Boulevard a few times when the kids were younger, and it was quite nice, to be honest. Well, maybe they've done something to it. What is it? Aqua Boulevard? That's a word for a street, isn't it? Yeah, it's an indoor shopping centre that has a massive indoor swimming pool that looks like a beach. And it's got lots of like slides and stuff like that. Let me bring up a picture. For those of you just listening to the podcast, then just you can swipe out of your podcast app and just go onto Google and do what I'm doing. I'm just going to type in Aqua Boulevard. Aqua, A-Q-U-A, Boulevard. Here we go. Let's have some images and let's bring that bad boy up on the screen. Is it gonna go on the screen? Is it gonna go on the screen? Is it gonna go on the screen? Uh-oh, my phone's not working. Uh-oh. It is not working. It's because the cable isn't working. Of course, that would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Oh, there we go. So the photos of it look pretty good. Look at that. That looks pretty good. That's the bit that I've seen on the inside. I mean, it kind of looks like a tropical paradise indoors. Clearly the photos, make it look... I mean, I've seen it when it's busier than that, to be fair. It's been on the weekend. I mean, there we go. That's what it normally looks like. Busy as hell. That is a massive whale as well up on there. Look at that. So yeah, it's It's probably quite nice now, to be fair. I don't know if it is. If anyone's been recently, let me know. Because we might take the little one if I don't have to wear a swimming hat. But judging by that photo, there are people with no swimming hat, and there are also people with shorts. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Good marketing, says Irene Francfort. It blows. Anything the UK has. Adam Conda, we got some stuff in the UK. What was the Riviera Centre in Torquay? We got some centre parks. I think we made centre parks, didn't we, in the UK? I don't know. So anyway. Do I have prescription goggles? Staying on swimming stuff. No, I don't. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? No, I've got... I need to order some new contact lenses because I'm running out now that I'm running. Hey, I'm literally running out of contact lenses. Hey! Send him home. What kind of joke? I'll try that tomorrow, opening for Dave Chappelle. What did I say? Contact lenses. I've got to write it down because I won't remember. Contact lenses. Because I for the past decade, I always get contact lenses. And then I never end up using the box because I never end up using contact lenses except when I go on a beach holiday. And you all know how I fucking hate beach holidays. But now I've got maybe 2 weeks left, 3 weeks left of lenses. So I need to get some new ones. Considering, I've got to keep training. Right. Claire Angelina says similar story in Algiers, capital of Algeria. Is it Algiers? How do you say Algiers in French? Oh, Alger. It's not Algiers. Some really nice shopping centres, and it pulls in all the local and not so local chavs. Thankfully, security tells them to go. I sent the athlete's foot. Terrible translation. Oh, it's Claire sending in the terrible translations from Algeria. Yeah, that's the problem, innit? We've got a local Westfield shopping centre, and it's that you just walk through and you're like, oh god, it's just full of teenagers that want trouble, picking fights with each other. Do they pop out when I run? The contact lenses? No, I've never had that happen. Although, Jesus, can you imagine if that happened during the marathon? I wouldn't be in trouble because the good thing about running a marathon during the Olympics is that the route is already carved out. So I can't really, I don't need to see that far in front of me. I can see, yeah. Plus it's at nighttime as well. So when you don't have, like, when you're short-sighted and it's nighttime, it's the worst. But I think it'll be all right. You know, you could just set a reminder on your watch. I know I could, Adam, but the problem is the reminders app, I never use it. I never open it properly. If I'm looking at my screen and I see contact lenses, then I'll put it in the... Yeah, mate. Do you know what I mean? Emily in Aqua... Oh, it would be amazing to have an episode of Emily in Paris at the Aqua Boulevard. Oh, Emily in Paris. I should probably watch that show, shouldn't I? Considering that I'm now starting to do shows only in English-speaking countries. I should at least see what's been done and what's been said about this country on Netflix, because I've never seen it. I watched episode 1, realised half of the jokes were mine. I was like, fuck this, I'm not watching it. So I haven't watched it. I don't know if I should. But by the way, Mathilde says, when you run a marathon, do you keep your glasses? Even when I run like 20 minutes, I take my glasses off. And part of the reason is, as you'll see here, if I start sweating, like these glasses specifically, have like oxidized. I don't know what you call it. It's horrible. And I mean, when I'm on stage, I'm sweating. It's more for the comfort of the thing, really, because also if I'm running like that and it's bouncing up and down, I don't know, it feels like glasses wouldn't be a good idea for running. But people wear sunglasses when they're running, to be fair. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should... It's just... I don't know. It feels more comfortable if I'm running... Because if I start sweating around my nose, like, they start to slide, and I don't want to be doing this and pushing my glasses up every 5 seconds. It would be kind of awkward. Do you know what I mean? Pokraj says Paul would only be running a half marathon if he saw only from one eye. Tonnerre, do you plan on coming to Belgium or Brussels for a comedy night? Yeah, at some point. I was there in December. That's when we filmed this show over here. Bisous Bye, my last bilingual show, which is still sitting on a hard drive, and I need to watch it to edit it and whatever. But I think it'll come out. I think I'm going to release it in September for La Rentrée. Because between now and September, I would like to start my mini-series of English, of Anglicisms that don't exist in English, of Anglicisms that French people use, but that aren't real English words that we use. I was doing a series, I did 10 of them, I've got maybe 30 more to do. Then I'd like to do the opposite for the Olympics. Special, like, French expressions. Hey, if you're coming to Paris during the Olympics, here's a French expression you should know. Je m'en bats les couilles. Something like that. And by that time, it's middle of August, essentially. And then I think everyone's on holiday in August. So I think I'm going to release the show that we filmed in Brussels in September, around that time. Unless anyone's got a better idea. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be back in Brussels. I will be back with my English-only show at some point, but it won't be before next year. I might be there for, like a quick 10-minute gig at a local comedy club or something like that. So we'll see, Tonnerre. And if you didn't come to the show in December, why not? Bridget Leonard, I was running around my yard when I was 11 and my glasses fell off and I got run over by a lawnmower. Were you running next to the lawnmower? How did that happen, Bridget? You might... and you know what that probably meant? You couldn't see. I mean, I do have backup pairs of glasses because these are just new. Well, these are new. These are... How old are these now? They're about 1.5 years. I should go back and get a new pair. But I've got my old pair and my old pair that are same prescription. So I've got 3 pairs of glasses in case one of them breaks. But that must be terrifying. You must have been running around while one of your parents was mowing the lawn and you just ran, glasses dropped. Oh, whoops. Ewan Williams, is that how I'm pronouncing it? Ewan. Where are you from, Ewan? What kind of name is that? It's amazing. I would guess. I'm not. Is it Irish? Nah. Hi, mate. Just wanted to say your show's really helped me graduate in my language degree. Thanks for being top block. I've not heard the phrase top block before. I presume it's a young people thing. But thanks, mate. Appreciate it. And I'm glad I'm of some help to some people as opposed to just being annoying to everyone. And I can help you through your language learning stuff. It's great. Amazing. What else? Referring to running, genre le footing, exactly. I did a whole bit in my first show about it, and I don't think... What were the 10 episodes of the English words that I made? I don't even remember. It was that long ago. It was before the end of the year. We've got relooking, blind test, smoking, rugby man, parking, sweat, planning, basket, and dressing. So I should probably redo the concept with footing. Le footing. Exactly. Pow. Matilda, I wear glasses and I swim. I have to take them off. I can't see a thing when I swim. Yeah, when was the last time I was swimming? It was in New York when I was there in January. And I was using the hotel swimming pool. And yeah, I couldn't... luckily, it wasn't a long swimming pool. But it's... Yeah, you kind of feel like you're missing... It's one of the things that every time I'm in a plane and the plane lands... I'm always, I almost always, take my glasses off when we land. I've stopped doing it recently, but I used to do it in case, it lands really hardly and my head hits the thing in front and like smashes my glasses into my eyes. But then also, I've had like, I don't know if you're that type of person. I'm the type of person, every time I get on at some sort of public transport, I'm immediately looking for the emergency exits. And I immediately, like when I'm on a train, I used to always think about what happens if the train falls on its side. What thing can I hang on to so that I don't fall down as well? And I was thinking, like, if I was on a plane or a boat and it ended up in the Atlantic Ocean or something and I lost my glasses, that's me done. Not great for survival, is it? That's why they call it survival of the fittest. My eyes are not the fittest. Nor is anyone right now. We all live in cities, right? And we don't look more than 200 meters away. And so that's why our eyes are terrible. And our kids' eyes are terrible because they grow up in places where you don't look for kilometers. I mean, if you live in the sticks, then you're off to a better start. It's a Welsh name. There he is. English version would be John. Scottish version is Ian. Pronounced Yan Yan. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you might have been a panda at the Beauval Zoo. Pronunciation is Yayan. Nice. It's a Welsh name. Very cool. I saw a trailer 2 hours ago for the new season of This Is Wrexham, or Welcome to Wrexham, or Hi, This Is... Whatever the show is about the football team that got bought by Ryan Reynolds and the other guy. Forgotten his name. I've not seen any of those seasons, but it's probably worth watching, actually. It's probably quite fun. Do you know what I mean? Control Alt Supprimer. Will you buy prescription Zeiss lenses for the Vision Pro from... I won't even buy the Vision Pro, so I don't need to buy the prescription Zeiss lenses. I'm not buying it for now. I might buy it at some point. Do you know what I mean? Red Becky, Paul Taylor, top bloke on your sweatband in the marathon. I was thinking about my sweatband, and the thing is, with a sweatband, if I'm running a marathon with a sweatband, it's going to be too hot to wear a sweatband, like a tennis sweatband. I need like something else. So I might just wear a running cap, maybe. But I was also looking at a pair of shoes that are like pink. One is pink, one is green, to stand out. I don't know what I'm wearing yet. I think I'm going to wear my London 2012 Olympics football top from the because it's the Olympic marathon. So I figured that, you know, London, Paris, whee! So I think that's what I'm going to wear. I don't know what I'm going to wear on my head yet, though. Thibaut Terrace, the last good film I saw. I guess I have to say Oppenheimer. I watched it with my wife 3 weeks ago when it was on TV. And honestly, it's like my least favourite Christopher Nolan film. And I don't remember why. I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan. And obviously, because it won all the Oscars and has been hyped up, I was like, oh, it's going to be great. And I wasn't that much of a fan. I was just like, all right. I felt like it moved. Did it move too quickly? Is that what the problem was? I don't even remember why I didn't like it, to be honest. Gio Trevi says it was way too long for no reason. It didn't feel long. So to its credit, it was long. It's like 3 hours, but it didn't feel like 3 hours. I don't even remember why I didn't like it. I felt like it could have ended at a certain point and then it carried on for like another hour. Oh, I think it was because the trial. There was a whole trial thing. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan, to be honest. So yeah, technically it's a good film. So that's the last one I watched. Best tips for starting out running, Erica. Honestly, what's helped me this time, because I've started running about 10 times in my life, and every time after a couple of weeks, I'm done. And what's helped me this time is having a goal. Like I'm training for the marathon, and so that has helped. But the training that I'm doing is through the Nike Run Club app, which actually has guided runs, which you can listen to, and there's somebody talking in your ears, giving you motivation and telling you different things and giving you different information. And there's a bunch of different coaches on there that are doing that. And I think that, one, helps pass the time. Because I used to find running boring. Like, even if I listened to music, I was like, oh God, when is this ending? It's so boring. And it's cool having somebody talking to you at the same time. So I think the mixture of having a goal that I'm going towards, which is doing the marathon, plus not being bored of like actually running because I'm listening to someone's voice, that's helped a lot. And then because of that, I've gotten into like all like the really crazy stuff about running, about the different types of shoes that you should be wearing, the different strategies for running a race, the different watches, the different heart rate zones that you should be running it. Like I've gone to another level of trying to figure out what I'm doing as running. But yeah, if you're just starting out, which I was 2 months ago. When did I start? 2 months ago. What's my streak? I guess it'll tell me that. 8 weeks, so 2 months. But then that's because I stopped for a week and then got whatever. It doesn't matter. They're my tips. Topic tips. I liked watching Past Lives. Not heard of it. And Barbie. Barbie we were going to watch, but we wanted to watch it with our 4-year-old. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Barbie was boring AF. All right, Maeve. Maybe not then. I hope your foot heals, Paul. What if it doesn't? It will. It will. I think it's just I went too hard, and it's happened before. It happened like 5 years ago when I hurt myself when I ran too hard. It's just running too. I don't know. Getting too confident, being like, yeah, I can do this. I can go a bit faster. I can go a bit faster. And then reading too much and then going, I can run this, and then it not working. So it'll give me a couple of weeks to sort it out. So it'll be all right. Be all right. Yeah, your daughter might like it. Okay. All right. Well, she loves Barbies. She's got about 5 of them. And she wants more. It's just like, really? How many do you need? Because one has a different type of hair, so she can do braids with it. The other one has got a different type of dress that, you know, one goes in the water. Can't be asked. So anyway, directors need to stop making 3-hour films that could really be 2 hours long. I read an article about Quentin Tarantino and his 10th film, because he's only doing 10 films apparently that's coming up, and it'll probably be 3 hours long, won't it? Won't it? Est-ce que tu es suivi par un docteur pour le marathon? Non, Mathilde, I'm not followed by a doctor for the marathon. Not yet, anyway. We'll see. We'll see how the foot goes. If the foot doesn't get better by... Well, I know that if I'm running a 10K race this Sunday, it's probably not going to be better by next week. But I just need to take it easy. And if in a couple of weeks it's not, then I'll get some medical advice and be like, all right, how do I get over this quickly? And give me some exercises. I'm doing the little exercises and stuff like that. So, you know. Red Becky, did I have an Action Man as a kid? No, I didn't. I don't think I ever had an Action Man. At least I don't remember. I had... What did I have? As a kid, I mean, I don't remember when I was like 4 and 5, any of the toys that I had. Maybe Lego. Lego was probably the main thing that I had. And then video games, really. I did have like Toy Story, Buzz and Woody. Those were 2 of my favourite toys from back then. Well, the ones that I can remember anyway. But I don't remember any Action Men. Rubik's Cube, maybe? I don't know. It's mainly video games, to be honest. Pago Phyllis says, what's your go-to Tesco meal deal? All right, for those of you who don't live in the UK, a Tesco meal deal is one of the most horrific... When people say, oh, English food, it's shit, you guys eat shit. Yeah, because French people go to a Tesco meal deal, which is basically sandwich, crisps, and a drink. I mean, the sandwich... You know what sandwich I haven't had in a long time that I now that I'm saying it, I want it as a Coronation chicken. Coronation chicken sandwich. Let's do that as a sandwich. Crisps. I'll go salt and vinegar or Monster Munch, but the English Monster Munch. None of the French Monster Munch stuff, because French and English Monster Munch are different. If you're French and you don't know what English Monster Munches are, you're missing out. Monster Munch. It's like an amazingly like pickled. It's like eating a cornichon in the shape of a crisp. Right. Are they run by Walkers? I didn't know it was Walkers. Monster Munch. Where is it? UK. The flavour's pickled onion, so that's why it tastes like cornichon. Right, there we go. UK Monster Munches look like that. They look like a monster foot or something like that. I don't know what shape they're supposed to be. Pickled onion, Monster Munch. They're delicious. French Monster Munch is little ghosts, which makes more sense. And it's just like salted. It basically tastes like a Pringle. Almost. So I'd do that for the crisps. And then for the drink, what am I getting on the meal deal? Because I'm in the UK, Iron Brew. Shout out to Scotland. Fucking Iron Brew. If you don't know what Iron Brew is, it's bright orange. I mean, I would just have that one. If I had to eat a Tesco meal deal for the rest of my life, it would probably just be a BLT sandwich. Salt and vinegar crisps and a Diet Coke. Not a diet, a Coke Zero. Oh, look, somebody else is like me. He's hurt his foot by pushing it too much. Speaking of running, Kazuhiko, he said he was going to hook me up with the 10K in Not. It didn't happen yesterday. How was your 10K? Kazuhiko, did you try something like an osteopath to heal your foot? No, I was going to try a kine, but I needed a doctor's... a kine, what's a kine in English? A physiotherapist? I don't know. But you need a doctor's prescription to go to the physiotherapist. And I can't be asked. I know what's wrong. I've looked it up online. I've auto-diagnosed myself. I think I know what's wrong because going through all of the symptoms and seeing it's what it is. And if I went to the physiotherapist here for my back recently, and they're a waste of time. I think I talked about it. So, like the guys that go to Aqua Boulevard, basically. Mathilde's got to go to work. Good luck working. See you next week, Mathilde. Oh, I'm the board game generation. Yeah, board games. I used to love Mousetrap. You know what I was thinking about? I looked up Mousetrap the other day to get my daughter maybe because she's into board games a little bit now. We're playing card games with her. And Mousetrap, I think she'd really love Mousetrap. But she'd probably end up breaking it. Do you know what I mean? Raquel, Coronation Chicken for the win. I don't even know why Coronation Chicken has got the title Coronation Chicken. Is it because it's almost like an English version of an Indian. It tastes a bit like curry in my memory. It's yellow chicken. Maybe they made it for the coronation one time. My favorite UK sandwich is the Ploughman's. Ploughman's is pretty good. Cheese and pickle. Cheese and pickle. Is there lettuce in there? Oh, mate. I should do a video just explaining to French people the different types of sandwiches that is not cucumber. Because for some reason, English families feed French kids cucumber sandwiches. I've never had a cucumber sandwich in my life, just cucumber and butter. Ugh, it's disgusting. Oh, controversial, unpopular opinion. I've not really found much really great food in Paris. Oh, he said it. Shots fired. Where are you going that you can't find good food? Now, if you're talking about good foreign food, I'll agree with you. It's difficult to come by. The reason why it's better in England is because we don't have our own food to eat, so we have lots of imports, just like the US. It makes me laugh when Americans think English food is shit. I'm like, and your food isn't. The best food, they're like, oh, the best food in England is like Indian curry. I'm like, yeah, the best food in America is fucking Mexican tacos, so shut up. So, yeah, we have great foreign food, whether it's Thai, Indian, Nepalese, just insert any country there. The food is in the UK is great that's not English. There's some good pub food as well if you go to the right pub. But in France, the French food is amazing. But the other food is difficult to come by. In Paris, of course, you're spoilt for choice, but it's still harder to find than London. I find like good foreign food in Paris is about as easy to find as it is in a smaller city, smaller town in England. Whereas just good food in general in Paris is everywhere. If you want French food, I mean, where are you going that you can't find good food? I mean, come on, mate, come on. You're having a laugh, aren't you? But yeah, I get it, because the thing is, like when my wife and I went to Rome, we didn't know where to find like good food, so we were looking on website like on Google, TripAdvisor, Yelp, or whatever, and all of those people are all English speakers on those websites. And so when Americans come to Rome and they highly rate a place, it might taste amazing compared to the Italian food in Cleveland, Ohio, but for Rome, Italy, it's probably not so it's difficult if you don't speak the language to find a place to eat that's not touristy. Does that make sense? As Gio Trevi says, that can actually happen to tourists. I've had family visit me from Italy, and when they went home delighted by the food they ate. You just need to know where to go. Yeah, I feel like almost everywhere in Paris, unless you, I mean, yeah. When I lived there 30 years ago, Vietnamese food in Paris. Yeah, Vietnamese is good. It's because it's French, isn't it? French, Vietnam have got a link. But France and China don't have a link. France and India don't have a link. So Chinese food isn't great. Indian food isn't great. Of course, you can find places, but in general, you go, ugh, this is weird. So I was going to say Vietnamese, Algerian food, Moroccan food, Tunisian food is good because, you know, there's links with France there. Red Becky brings up a great point. Terrible translations. Yes, I've waited this long because I don't have that many this week. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. Second of all, you can send me your terrible translations that you find out and about on menus, on shop fronts, wherever, at terribletranslationsftw@gmail.com. And we'll go over them. So this week, before the show I checked, there was only 2. So we'll do them. There's a third one that's popped up since. So let's do all 3. So let's start. It was Red Becky, speaking of which, who had the first one. Right, they changed this Jamaican soup mix for the English market as it didn't go down too well with the original wording. Oh, I think we did this one last week, didn't we? Chicken-flavoured noodle soup. And this was cock-flavoured noodle soup. Ah! So I presume in Jamaica, cock doesn't mean penis. Because on the English version, it says chicken flavoured soup, and then on the bottom right it says authentic Jamaican. To be honest, the Jamaican, no added MSG is obviously the Jamaican version, because we wouldn't put that on the front of the thing. To be honest, the packaging for the English one looks horrific. I mean, they could have done a better job. Why didn't they just do the same packaging as the Jamaican one? Because it looks great with the little chicken there and the garlic and the cock-flavoured noodle soup. It's never not funny. All right. So yeah, if anyone's Jamaican, let me know. Jamaica is the cock flavour. Yes. Cock flavor. Where are we? The original wording. Oh, Brumplum. Oh, goodness me. Why is that comment gone all the way off the screen? The original wording was a thing here for over 20 years before they realised too many people were laughing at them. Okay. Okay, yeah, so they were using it for a while. I mean, yeah, I mean, technically it's true, right? We say hen and, we say rooster, don't we? We don't say cock. Speaking of food, since Virginie is asking, do you know any great places in Paris where to eat good British food? I've got 2 addresses for you. One is the pub called the Bombardier, or the Bombardier, however you want to pronounce it, next to the Panthéon in Paris. They do great British food. It's a great pub. Love them. And the other one is a fish and chip shop which only does fish and chips. Amazing fish and chips. It's near Madeleine. We actually filmed an episode of What the Fuck France at their chip shop. I can't remember the name of it. Hold on, let me get off the screen for a second and I'll find it. Fish and chips, if you want fish and chips. Because, I mean, all there is in English food is fish and chips and then meat, vegetables and potatoes. They're the two choices, right? Fish and chips. And I love a Sunday roast. It's one of my favourite things. But, you know, it's just roast. Where's it called? And I get, Malins, that's what it's called. It's called Malins Fish and Chips. Malin, as in Malins. Let me bring that up. There you go. Malins Fish and Chips. Pow! Love it. There we go. Right, back to the terrible translations. We got another one that came in while we were live. There we go. You guys are legends. Hold on, let me swing it back to the phone screen and bring it up. Mathieu Clavier. What a great name. Matthew Keyboard. Hi, Paul. A friend of mine has just arrived in Montreal for holidays, and he sent me this picture. Oh, I've seen this one. I'll see you live on a replay. On the live, his name is Matt Grenning. Oh, hello. Interdit de caca / urination en public. No public pooping or urinating. Interdit de caca. It's funny. It's as funny as it was the first time I read this. No public pooping or urinating. I mean, first of all, I'd like to see the bigger context, like the wide shot of this. Where is this in Montreal? That's what I want to know. Interdit de caca, just, I mean, it doesn't, how would you translate that in English? Interdit de caca, it would be, no allowed poo. Not allowed poo. That would be like the equivalent bad translation of what they're saying. Good one, Mathieu. We've seen that one already, but it's always good to have them back. Preston Sellers. Qui est ton père Snapchat? Is Google Translate asking for your dad's Snapchat? Qui est ton père Snapchat? So you asked, is Google trying for your dad's? Oh, it's big Pagophilias. Qui est ton père Snapchat? Who's your daddy? Is Google Translate asking for your dad's Snapchat? Nice. Milena Ledoux. Hi, Paul. I gathered a few terrible translations at Europa Park. Europa Park. The only memory I have of that place, I think it's in Germany. It's either in Germany or on the border of France and Germany or Switzerland and Germany. Is that there's a big ride inside like a big dome. It's like, I've got to find it now. Hold on. Europa Park. Europa Park. Europa Park. Europa. Europa. You'd think it would be in Spain, wouldn't you? Europa Park. It's in Rust. Oh, there it is. Exactly. That's exactly where it is. It's this one here. And there's this big dome, which looks like a golf ball. And anyway, I went on that ride with my mum and dad. It might have just been my mum, but I feel like it was both my mum and dad. And it's all dark inside there. It's a roller coaster, similar to like Space Mountain at Disneyland Paris, which is probably not called Space. It's probably called Star Wars something now, isn't it? Anyway, and I think she lost her glasses. Talking about losing glass, I just remember her shitting hers. I don't think she realised how much of a kind of ride it was. And my memory is of her just going, Jesus Christ, Stephen, what are you doing? And her glasses like falling off during the ride. I don't know if she actually lost her glasses or not. But I just remember crying, laughing, but also being really sad because she was clearly properly upset. Mum, if you're in the chat, did you lose your glasses? I can't remember. Oh, goodness me. Okay, it's called Hyperspace Mountain now. All right, thanks. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, we were doing terrible translations. Hold on. Let me swing out of that. Oh, it was about Europe. Okay, so apparently in Europa Park, they've got some terrible translations. Both in English and French suffered, especially when it came to bin lids. Okay. Germany. I can't even try even pronouncing that as a laugh. Okay, votre photo souvenir Euromir. Your souvenir photo Euromir. Oh, it's further down. Okay. Vous serez photographié au cours de votre escape. Okay, so you're going to be photographed during your... What's votre escape? Votre escape? That's not a French word. Les photos sont disponibles à la boutique située à la sortie de l'attraction. I guess it's escape that's the wrong word. Au cours de votre ride? I don't know. You will be photographed during the ride. Okay, in English. The photos are available at the shop situated at the exit of the attraction. So smile as long as you can. Alors souriez tant que vous le pouvez. That sounds pretty random, doesn't it? Okay, au cours de votre escape. Escape. Une escape? Oh. My mum still hasn't replied. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. What's the other one? Diese Attraktion ist heute wegen... donc, cette attraction est malheureusement actuellement fermée. Merci de votre compréhension. That makes sense in French. You don't need the actuellement. I mean, I feel like it's over... You don't need it. Cette attraction est malheureusement fermée. We don't need actuellement. Anyway, this attraction is current, unfortunately, not open. Thank you. I guess because in Germany, or in German, you have to say currently, it's not open. I get it. You would either say this attraction is currently not open, or this attraction is unfortunately currently not open. It's a double. We don't need it. We don't need the double thing there. People are saying that the previous one should be escapade. That might make sense, but escapade isn't what a ride is. What is a ride in French? How do we say ride in French? Like during your pendant votre escapade. No, that sounds weird. Pendant votre ride. I don't know. Right, next photo. Drücken, press, and push. Okay? Presse. Oh, as in press. Push, press. Okay. Votre tour. There we go. That's the manège. Ride is manège tour. Votre tour de manège. Yeah, but if it's like a hardcore ride, you wouldn't call Space Mountain Tour de Manège, would you, really? Tour de Manège is like what my daughter goes on. But anyway, tour. So anyway. So yeah, the bin lid, press, as in the press. This is like the Associated Press. It's like a journalism thing. Press. Push is obviously good, correct in English. What is it in French? Pousser. Did we say pousser? Yeah, that's what's written on doors, isn't it? When it says pousser ou tirer. Yeah. James Kuo, your German pronunciation is actually not that bad. Und drucken. I just make my own shit up. Right. One more from Valérie Goyette. Bonjour Paul. Cette mauvaise traduction vient du site web d'un festival de danse, Dance Festival website, le Canadian Swing Championships. Wow. Les organisateurs offrent une passe spectateur pour ceux qui ne veulent pas danser mais seulement assister aux compétitions. Okay. So they offer a spectator pass for those that just want to watch and not actually participate in the dancing. Costs 35 Canadian dollars. Spectator pass, pass spectateur. Friday, that's great. Okay, access to a specific day of viewing competitions. Accès à une journée spécifique de concours de visionnage. Concours de visionnage. Access to a specific day of viewing competitions. Okay, they're considering it as viewing competitions rather than a specific day of viewing to view competition. Yeah, in English it's complicated as well. Access to a specific day of viewing competitions. Yeah, okay. Accès à une journée spécifique de concours de visionnage. Un concours de visionnage is a viewing competition. As in, let's see who can see the furthest away. That's a viewing competition, right? When you do your driving test, it's a viewing competition. Or how many views do you get on a YouTube video? It's a viewing competition. What they mean is it's because there's no punctuation in the English one. Access to a specific day of viewing, to a viewing yeah, it's just, yeah. We all know what's going on here. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Terrible translations for today. We only started with 2, ended up with 5. There we go. Keep them coming in. Ladies and gentlemen. Did my mum reply? People are saying my mum... Paul Taylor, your mum is here. All right, calm it down, mate. What are you saying about my mum? I can't find her in the comments. Did she say whether she lost the glasses or not? I don't know. I cannot see the comment, mama. Anyway, You guys are great. Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. We carry this on for another hour on Patreon, and we also, talk about more, intimate things, considering it's an intimate affair, because there are less people watching. There's 150 of you now. There will probably be 20 people on Patreon watching, so we go into it. And you get a whole bunch of exclusive access to loads of videos of mine in the past that only Patreon people see. So you can join me on patreon.com/PaulTaylor. And I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everyone else, I'll see you later. Thanks for being here. See you next Monday. I will let you know how opening for Dave Chappelle went. But I'll let you know in a week's time, because I'm doing that tomorrow. Oh, and how I'm going to have lots to talk about next week. My 10K race, Paul Taylor and Friends, which is on Sunday, and Dave Chappelle. It's going to be a monologue next week. All right, see you later. Bisous, bye. Patreon, see you in a bit. Bye.